So this is the second of the videos. First one looked at the south of the river, Dee side. This is actually to the west of the Garthdee campus. Obviously could go a lot further, but this essentially marks an interesting point in the sense that it's the reservoir just to the south of, what's the road called? It's Inchgarth Road, isn't it? Not quite sure what's going on here. There's some Balfour Beatty signs, and although there does appear to be sort of public access here, there's also degrees of fenced off areas, so I'll do a little bit of digging around that. But in terms of a kind of continuation of the Garthdee campus and public rights of way, this is an interesting punctuation point as well. So it's a very, very nice, tranquil sort of spot, certainly today anyway. No dog walkers to be seen, but then again it is a Thursday morning, everybody's at work I suppose. I'm just going to have a wander down there and just see where that takes me. This is to the north of the reservoir now, still obviously west of the Garthdee. Little footpaths coming down from the sort of residential areas above. Reservoirs on a raised embankment all the way around it, and easy access tarmac road that goes around not the whole perimeter, but certainly a large proportion of it. So I'm going to go as far as the sort of eastern edge of the reservoir and see if I can see the library tower and the campus at all from there. It is interesting seeing the kind of the range of trees that we have here. We've got a combination of pine, deciduous trees. Couldn't really comment on how healthy it all is. It looks pretty good. If I could say anything, I'd say probably could do with some healthy thinning out and coppicing, really. A lot of self-seeded trees, whereas at the back, see there, I think it's an oak, very spectacular sort of major trees, perhaps a little bit stunted by their surroundings. In addition to the willow, of course, the sort of reed beds and marshy ground combined with the heavily wooded sort of embankments, one can only presume are going to be a haven for environmental sort of diversity, both in terms of species and also animals, bird life, and the like. Did see mention of otters on the river, but I'm not quite sure whether I've misconstrued that. Perhaps not quite as far down as here, but again, I'll look into that. But I think it is certainly an aspect that any public art and Riverside strategy needs to consider and be a dimension of. Now, most of the signage you can see, if not all the signage you can see, is really about just the safety aspects of the reservoir. See the road over there, so the river is just beyond that line of gorse over there, so South Dee side on the other side, I presume, I'm pretty sure that's correct. You can actually see for the first time, and we're now on the eastern edge of the reservoir, the library tower. I think that's just behind another building there, but I might be wrong. But certainly that's the library tower element that's the highest. Not sure from a wave marking point of view if that's a proper full designated right of way or whether that's just a sort of a informal adopted one. The gate's left open. We've got pasture land here, although from the look of the planting, it's pretty marshy. As I say, I wouldn't be surprised if this floods when the river's really in spate. But it marks an interesting link to the campus, particularly if that opening up of the campus to public was something that was going to be explored. Whether that can actually connect through from here, I need to have a look. A lot of it will depend on rights of way. So again, finishing off this second video with the library tower in the background. So this is the extremity from the, as I said, from the western side of the campus, and I will look into those connections once I've got hold of all the master plan documents as well as the wider ordnance survey plans. Thanks.